guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and today's PCT product demo, we are talking about gold and silver liquid Sculpey clay. So this is a new product from Sculpey. It is basically a tinted or colored liquid polymer clay that you can use in all kinds of different cool ways. And I'm just going to show you a little bit about it and some other options and things. Now, like I said, it's a liquid polymer clay. It's basically the exact same product as the Sculpey liquid or translucent liquid Sculpey. I always say that in a funny order. Also known as TLS. And then it has a either gold or silver metallic mica powder in it or something along that lines. So let me just show you what it looks like when you squeeze it out of the bottle, and then I'll show you some baked samples. So basically it's just the same liquid as that, only colored. And you can see it's got quite a metallic property to it. It's very shiny, and you can use it, like I said, in lots of different ways. Now here are some baked samples of it. I baked, okay, it's the first two here, not these two. These two are some alternatives that I mixed up myself. But these two here, this is the gold and this is the silver. And you can see when you beat it up and then it's baked in the oven, it will hold its shape. So I just drew a line with it like I did on the glass there. And then when I baked it, it just stayed like that. It's not super runny, so it doesn't just spread out a long ways or anything. This is also a little dot that I made of it, and this is a little smear of it. Now I'll show you the translucency of it. Here, I got this in the way. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little blade and peel these up. The translucency of it is quite translucent, only it's got the metallic mica powders in it, and so at different angles it will look less translucent, and depending on how thick you have it will be either more opaque or more translucent. The silver is the same sort of idea, and depending on its thickness and how you've spread it out and what you've put it on will depend on its translucency. And it's quite opaque and kind of a matte finish when it's thick. You can sand it and buff it and get it to come to a high shine. I baked these at 275 for 30 minutes. It's quite strong, so I'll pull it off the glass here. It's quite strong. It's the same as the translucent, so you could use it for wings and all kinds of different types of projects. Now, like I said, I've got some alternatives to this as well. If you can't find it, or it's hard to, or if you would like to have lots of different colors, I took some of the translucent liquid Sculpey, just the plain stuff, and I mixed it with some PearlEx powders. Now I had it in gold. My gold is not quite the same color as the Sculpey liquid gold is, and my silver's a little darker, but they worked out to be the same type of product, which was very interesting to me, which means that you can mix any of the mica powders in if you like and get the same sort of idea. You're getting the same sort of metallic properties and the same sort of translucent level. And that depends too on how much of the PearlEx powder that you mix in. But you could do that, of course, with any of the different PearlEx powders in any of the colors, which I hadn't even thought about doing until I saw this, the colored liquid Sculpey. Now you can also use this kind of metallic liquid clay in other ways. You can pour it into the molds and things. Now Sculpey also has, they also have these silicone molds that are bakeable. Not all silicone is bakeable, and not all rubber molds are bakeable, but if some are, and these happen to be, and these are the Bakeable Silicone Molds. This is the bezel shape, and you can pour the liquid clay into the mold and get little clay bezels. Now, it's an interesting way to use this. It's actually easier in a lot of respects because you don't have to try to press in the clay and then try to trim off the back or anything. You just pour it into the level right up to the surface here, so it has a full amount. So this was, and then it was baked right in the mold. So I had poured in the silver clay, or the silver liquid Sculpey, poured it right into the bezel, tried to get it as smooth on the back as possible, and then baked it right in the mold. I also baked this gold one here in this little teardrop shape. The inside, if you're wondering what the inside is, I put a little bit of the regular translucent liquid Sculpey into the base after it was baked. So let's see, we had this one here. I've put a little puddle of it in there and then sprinkled some glass glitter in, and it gives kind of a faux druzy sort of look to it. Now take a look at this silver one. One of the issues that can happen is if you have a lot of bubbles in the liquid when you pour it in here, you can end up getting little bubble marks on your pieces. So really watch for those. This would be hidden by whatever you put on the inside. This is another one of the Sculpey molds. If you ever want to see these demoed, let me know in the comment section and I can add it to the list of future ones. But this is the Cabochon mold that Sculpey makes, which I made this little donut. It is the corresponding size to the bezel, and then you can see it fits right in there. And then you could put like a gem in there or whatever you wanted to. So that's an interesting thing. Now, another thing I did was I went recently, this little while ago, we went kayaking, and on the beach of the lake were these freshwater snail shells. And I made a little silicone mold out of the snail shells, and then poured some of the gold liquid Sculpey into the mold, and this is what popped out. Now, they're really neat looking. You could use these little pieces for earrings. You could set them in little shaker pockets. You know, the scrapbookers make those little shaker pockets. You could put it onto frames and all kinds of stuff. So you could really use these colored liquid Sculpeys, or one of the liquid Sculpeys that you made yourself, mixing it with a different PearlEx powder or chalks or that kind of thing in molds as well. So, and like I said before there, you do want to really watch for any air pockets. This one here, I ended up getting a fairly large air bubble in it, and so the mold didn't turn out perfectly, but some of these other ones turned out really, really well. So, oh, and one last thing. I just wanted to say that as far as the colors go, it looks to me like Polyform has used the exact same mica powder in the liquid clay as they do for the 14 karat gold polymer clay, and the Sculpey gold metallic paint that's in the silk screening kit. It looks like exactly the same color gold. So, and then the silver is similar to the silver clay and the silver paint. So I just thought I'd point that out. I noticed it when there was some stuff sitting around that they were all the same color. So I'm pretty sure it's the same colored mica powder. And in fact, it was that made me think of mixing the PearlEx powders into the liquid clay. So I hope that was interesting for you, and I hope you liked this video. Do let us know if you did. And if you've got any products you would like us to test, ideas you want me to share with you, or techniques that you just don't quite understand, then make sure you check through our hundreds of videos and see if we've got an answer there for you. If not, leave a suggestion and maybe I can make a video for you in the future. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.